sharing today about how you're using your energy in your body. Are you squandering your energy? Are you investing it wisely? A lot of people are so depleted and the body's fallen apart in like 20 different ways. And then we kind of seek medical attention, not realizing that our body has the ability to heal itself. And it can only do that to the degree that it has the energy we need. And there are so many things we do that squander our energy. So our energy in the body is like a bank account. If we invest our money wisely or our energy wisely, it always creates more. If we squander it or just throw it around randomly or just aren't even mindfully aware of like what we're actually doing with our energy, we lose energy, we get depleted, and that's why the body will age, or we have lack, we don't have what we need, or we're fatigued and we don't know why, and all the right organic foods aren't making a difference. That is why we end up so depleted and sick and out of control, like kind of falling apart in 20 different ways, and then don't know why. So I'm going to bring you back to that core of where we really get energy from so that you can connect with that and receive that in unlimited amounts. And what's required for that is that you're always investing your energy in the things that really feed and fuel you. So welcome to everyone who is here live. Hello, Rachel and Kimberly. Hi. Peter. I'm Pete Black in London, UK. Bring it, Kim. Yes, I will bring it. Hello, Alana, Susie, Kelly, Heather, Joanne. Hello. I always love to hear where people are tuning in from. So definitely share where you're tuning in from. Even for those of you, I know most people are listening to the recording. So we are going to look at these particular things. How are you investing your energy, the energy in your body? It is just like a bank account. It is just like money investment. And you'd never think to just like throw your money around. Or if someone's like, oh, what are you doing Tuesday night? Can you help me move my apartment? Oh yeah, sure, I'm not doing anything Tuesday night. Like you'd never think to do that with your money. Hey, I have an investment for you. Why don't you invest in my company? Oh, okay, I have an extra blah, blah, blah. I'll just give it to you. Sure. Like to anyone who asks, that they can just have it without like a check-in of, is that the wise investment for me? Is that a match for what I really want in my money? It's the same thing in our body. But I see people do this all the time, just totally give it away to the first person who asks. Are you free to help me do da-da-da? Or hey, can you do this? If you were like on your bed with cancer, you definitely ask for what you needed. Like, nope, I'm not available to that. But people think that because they have the energy that they should give it to anyone who seems to need it or who is asking for it, just because that person seems to be in need, or I really love this person, so I should do it. And they end up investing their energy in things that don't necessarily really feed and fuel them. So then when you put your energy away that way, you have less. However, if you invest your energy in the things that really fire you up, the things that you love, that you really care about, that you're passionate about, it will amplify, it will expand. You'll end up with many times more energy than what you started with. This is the most important thing that you can learn if you want to have profound self-healing. MK from Norway, Deborah from Long Beach, California. Well, here's a little bit of trivia. I was born in Long Beach, California. Woohoo! We only lived there a short time, so I didn't really get to know the place well, but I still have a little bit of a heart for Long Beach. All right, so the first thing is to look at if you're feeling fatigued or your body's like so inflamed that you've got like all kinds of different illnesses developing, or you never seem to have enough of like time or enough money or enough of like whatever you need, people to help you, you're in lack. You want to look at this. Okay, so every day you start, let's say it's like 100 points of energy. And let's say you're in a job you don't like, so there's like 10 points right there. Let's say you've got like some structural things going off in your body that your body has to compensate for. You're not in great alignment. There's another 10 points there. Let's say, you get up in the morning, maybe you don't eat a great breakfast, so like you don't have great nutrition. There's another 10 points there. So now like before you even get up in the morning, you're already at 70%. And then maybe you're worried about your kid or something that happened yesterday or something someone said. Like there's 20 more points. So now you're at 50%. And like all the things you do, let's say there's toxic exposure in your shampoo. And now like you get out of the shower and you're at 40%. Your energy needs to go toward all this compensation. So let's say, you have an argument with your spouse, you trip over the rug, maybe you didn't get quite enough sleep. So now you're starting the day and you're at like 10%, 10 units of energy that you have to run your day on. Now, it really is so amazing to see when you invest that energy in the things that feed and fuel you, it grows. So you actually could make it a great day, even if you started out at 10%. But what most people do is, I gotta, I'm late for work. I can't stand my boss. This person's always crabby. I don't ever have what I need. Like you talk on the phone, let's say in your commute, and you're complaining to your friend. Now you have like 3 points left because that just really deteriorated a lot of your energy. Well, it's not going to take much for like maybe someone has a little virus and they cough on you and now you end up with pneumonia. Or maybe someone at work like looks at you the wrong way and you're like, oh, I can't believe she just did this thing. It throws you off like it was like a 90% hit and it's only a 3% hit. But hey, that's all you had was 3 units left of energy. So it puts you over the edge and you're like, I have the worst day ever. I feel terrible. I'm sick. Fatigue symptoms kick in, or like you just do make some big mistake at work because you're running on zero. It doesn't take much to topple you when you're already going that way. It is so important to look at, what am I investing my energy in? So that's why it's so helpful, like every day, if you have a practice of like bringing light in your body, letting your body know, body, I love you. Everything's going to be awesome today. Feel the energy of what you want your day to be, free and joyful. Like I had a walk with my friend Nicola this morning. We did it yesterday too. And we both had the most awesome day yesterday. And she texted me in the afternoon. She's like, do you want to do it again tomorrow? I'm like, I totally want to do it again tomorrow. We had an amazing day. So that's like a great energy investment. So it might, maybe, I don't know, you're going to walk and expend some energies, but you're investing it in something you love, something that really fuels you. So maybe you doubled it. So instead of the 20 units of energy you used for an hour of walking, you got 40 units of energy back because of the conversation and you love being with this person, or it's a beautiful day and you just enjoy walking. We were by the river. So I'm starting my day out like, if I started out at 100%, maybe I'm at like 200 now, 200 units of energy because of how I invested what I started out with. So if you begin to look at the units of energy in your body, and your body does use actual physical energy. So there's, energy frequency, and then there's physical chemical energy in your body called ATP. That's what your body uses to like run chemical reactions, wake you up, like make everything happen and energize your body. You want to start looking at, how am I using my energy? All right, Bridget says, good morning from Arizona. Bolak, good, glad to be here. I want to hear, how are you using your energy? What are some things you did today? Did you eat a breakfast that you really savored? It's like, oh, this is so juicy. I love the way this looks on the plate. Or just the way you feed and nurture yourself. Like, do you have your special coconut milk or chia pudding or, I don't know, strawberries? And you're like, this is just for me because I love this. Elaine says, hello from BC, Canada. I just got back from the UK. Oh, cool. You can meet up with Peter. So what did you do today that maybe did start your day off and you're noticing like, oh, that was a good energy investment? Maybe you like gave yourself a nice shower and used your favorite like smelly soap, or had a conversation with a friend, or just did a little meditation. Anything, could be anything. I'd love to hear this. And I'd love to hear on the opposite side, if you're becoming aware of ways you're squandering your energy because you thought, oh, I needed to do this for this other person. One person, oh, where was this context? It was in our practitioner group in the Awaken Your Business Collaborative, said that she was doing all kinds of things and working extra hours in her job because one of her colleagues had cancer. And so they're like, hey, you need to do this. Hey, can you do this? Hey, we need someone. And she kept saying yes to the point of her own depletion because she thought she needed to and should, because this other guy has cancer. And so I kind of was assisting her through this. Like, if this isn't actually honoring you, it's not going to serve that person, because the reason we get cancer is from this kind of depletion. We're not honoring ourselves. We're not living in integrity. We've been taught to put ourselves last. So then we end up in our bodies like in pain and screaming and like, it's not okay. Or we have so much inflammation that a process like cancer can develop. It's an invitation for us to honor ourselves more, not less. So if she could be that beacon of, I'm going to honor myself implicitly, and if this isn't really a fit for me, I'm going to choose accordingly, that she'd actually assist that person directly and indirectly to come into a new alignment for themselves and let their body receive what they need. So it's never, ever helpful to someone, even if you think, but they really need it more than I do, so I should sacrifice myself. These are things we're really growing out of collectively right now with the ascension we're in. So it's going to bring up more pain in your body, more depletion and fatigue, more inflammation and illness of all kinds when you're not honoring yourself in the equation of how you use your energy. Deborah says, I woke up and immediately did the breathing exercises and meditation and also a big glass of water. Yay. And so how do you feel reference to that? How do you feel in your day now? Nicole says, I feel like my energy is depleted before I even wake up. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Nicole, because your system has been plugged into an old energy system, an old energy grid that isn't about self-honoring. It's more about honoring the tribe. And so you're going to be depleted before you woke up. It makes a ton of sense. It'll help if, before you go to bed and when you wake up, let your body know you can unplug from all of this, from everyone else. My life is just about me. Put all the circuits on feeding and nurturing you, which of course is what will contribute the most to everyone else. But you've got to be a receiver before anything can go out to anyone else. So you've got to rewrite that circuitry. Your energy system is we're all on an automatic program, right? I love and nurture myself implicitly. All wonderful things come into my life effortlessly. I can be on that program and it will actually create what happens in my life. Or I can be in the program of, I should serve others and be a good person and do good in the world and make sure everyone else is okay. And that's actually going to be a depleting program. So, baby's trying to get in. All right, she says, I do breathing exercises and meditation in bed before getting up. I've been practicing this for a while, but I'm just depleted from the get-go. But I also don't sleep well. So you've got to unplug from all of those systems before any of this is going to get you anywhere. Because it's like you got two little units of energy and you're trying to put them into breathing and meditation, but 98% of your energy is vested in that old structure. So you got to just unplug from all of that. Nancy says, hello from Blue River, Oregon. Abraham Hicks quote this morning. Worrying is thinking about something you don't want. Perfect with this. I went for a walk through our woods this morning and looked at my plants, gladdening my heart. Awesome. Deborah says, my husband was super stressed out this morning, so I did my best not to absorb that energy. Awesome. Elaine, I walked along with my darling doggie in our garden. Rachel, I feel like a lot of my energy is wasted in trying to tame my mind. I want to mention this too, like so many of us squander our energy trying to get ahead of the chaos or calm down the chaos or put out the fires, not realizing that chaos, when I'm busy, overwhelmed, I just have so much to do. I'll get to this thing later. Your life is a reflection of your inner state. So chaos is an indication that stillness needs more of my attention. And it is the craziest thing I know. But when we do that, it's like a miracle of how all these little fires put themselves out. If we just okay, I have 8 million things to do and I better get at it now. And I surely don't have time to meditate. Oh, that means I need to meditate twice as long. I need to create twice as much stillness to counteract the energy I've put out that was chaotic. And whenever I do that, take a walk, take a rest, meditate, or just breathe and be still, which is always something that helps me, everything else re-equilibrates itself. Magical. She says every time I try to be still, it just runs riot. Yeah, she's trying to tame her mind. Every time I try to be still, it just runs riot all over the place and I get frustrated with it. So just feel what comes up. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to tame it. You don't need to make it go away. Just if there's frustration, feel the frustration. I breathe in, I breathe out. And it might be the most uncomfortable 20 minutes of your life because you're like, I don't want to feel this frustration, but do it anyway. I guarantee you it will allow things to dissolve. All right. She says, I think it's a habit over all the years of being ill, a sort of escapism from reality. That's exactly what it is. Like, we don't want to feel our own fear. We don't want to feel our own shame and inadequacy. We don't want to feel our own frustration, powerlessness. So we keep at it. I was sharing in the Awaken Your Business collaborative yesterday that when, if you took 1 year of your life in business and all you did for that whole year was deepen into a more profound alignment of your own well-being, a more profound alignment of loving and honoring yourself, a more profound alignment of stillness, alignment of abundance, it would be a year incredibly well spent, and it would do more for your business than 10 years of busy. But what most people do is they don't want to go into stillness because they think nothing's happening. I got to do something. I got to create my blog. I got to write my thing. I got to make a video. I got to do it. But if they're doing it from depletion, it's not going to create abundance. So if you spent a whole year and did nothing else but enhance your alignment, it would be a year well spent, and it would actually create what you couldn't create in 10 years of busy. So you could have like an amazing business in 20 minutes after that versus 10 years of operating in overwhelm. It won't create that. Okay. She says, how do I embrace the stillness to really heal with a busy mind? So you don't have to quiet your mind, but the focus of your attention is what will create the expansion of your reality. So if you're focusing on your mind and trying to quiet your mind and trying to, okay, my mind's going to feel better if I just finally, go and turn the iron off, then I'll feel better. But now it's like, wait, and what about the stove? Did I turn that off? It's going to pop up with the next thing and the next thing. So if you're letting the mind dictate where your attention goes, it's like that guacamole little game. So you've got to okay, there's my mind skitzing out about everything. There's never-ending hopelessness. There's grief and despair. There's endless frustration. There's worry and doubt. Okay, I breathe in. I breathe out. I feel my breath moving through my body. So if I have all this stuff going on, but I bring my attention to feeling my breath moving through my body, I just shifted focus. I'm going to determine what the focus of my attention is and let my life be created around that. So that's the best way to practice this is where are you focusing your attention? You can be aware of the freak out, but not buy into it. All right. Susie says, noticing my inner critic more these days. And I think that's something to celebrate. Yes. That was one of the big things I shared yesterday in the Awaken Your Business collaborative for the practitioners, is that one of the practices is to celebrate. If you're willing to celebrate everything you notice, what you get is more awareness. If you're trying to judge everything you notice, what you get is more shame. And it will never get you anywhere. Okay. Or, more problems to fix. You notice more, well, there's more work to do. That will never work. So good for you for celebrating. And instead of unknowingly letting it run the show in the background, there are many days like today and yesterday, I get up tired, I help my kids off to school, and then I'm so foggy, my eyes are heavy. By 10 a.m., I have to lie down for an hour. After that, I can be alert and proceed with the day. I'm noticing the subtle, quiet inner dialogue of shaming myself, being frustrated with myself, but you could be getting so much done. You could be meditating, doing your inner work, writing, illustrating your book, etc. You should be like other moms. You should be able to bike your kids to school and then keep on going. This fatigue is bad. So those are the quotes of what's going through her mind. Now I'm noticing this voice without buying into it, letting it know I'm tired and the best thing for me is to lie down right now. Yeah, so you're not keeping your focus down that path. You're bringing it into something else. This perfect use of the work. Susie. She says, I don't know, best thing is for me to lie down. I don't need to know where this fatigue is coming from, but it has a message for me. I'm going to listen. Trying to love myself exactly as I'm showing up. That is a huge key. You can only love what is, and that decreases all the resistance. So it allows more of your essence to come through. Okay, well, look, I did Tai Chi and my dogs as companions, beautiful. Deborah, the pain has forced me to take care of me first. I had a private client yesterday and she's had this pain in her knee and like everything else is okay, except she's super inflamed. She has diabetes, she's overweight, but then the pain is all focal to this knee. But what we found when we felt into her body and we did some EFT was this repression of sensation from her body. Like the body's wisdom is coming up to say, here's what we need. Here's what choices to make. Here's the expression. But she learned at such a young age, well, I'm not going to follow that anyway. There isn't space for me in the world. I'm not going to be accepted. And so suppressing it. And I'm actually going to add another video in the Mind Body Solution for pain release on this specifically because so much came up around it. There isn't room for me, so I'm not going to even listen. And so suppressing all that energy back into the body where the body is giving you sensory awareness, guidance, like, hey, let's go in this direction. Nope, we're not doing that. So we ultimately shut down sensation in the body and then it kind of gets stuffed. But her knee was kind of still like, nope, not giving up hope. If I have to yell, if I have to scream, if I have to screech, I'm on board for you getting this. And so when she finally released the resistance, the energy could move and could flow. So that's the release of pain that occurs. Chronic pain is suppressed sensation. So what is your wisdom telling you? That if you can let it, you can receive it, it could move fluidly and you could follow that wisdom instead of suppressing it. It was a massive breakthrough for her. She had never realized that was there. So I'm actually going to share another piece in the Mind Body Solution for pain release for those of you who are in that program. For those of you who are not, it's still available. And that will be in there. It's a special EFT tapping bonus add-on. If there's been like, oh, I've suppressed sensation in my body because I'm not willing to be who I truly am and listen to my wisdom. So there's no space for that. So just like, and it gets stuck in the body, all this energy that's trying to move and give us guidance. Okay, awesome. Peter Black. Today, I really hurt my back 30 minutes before my clients were coming. It hurt a lot. I was struggling to move at all. So I thought I needed to cancel my clients for tonight. I started texting and phoning while I was lying on the floor and started having a laugh and a joke with one parent when my mind came up with, now you'll lose all that money. I just dropped it. Then I thought, hey, my body's giving me a night off. So I planned a nice chilled evening of pizza, relaxing, and 30 minutes after I canceled everyone, my back felt 95% better, and I started watering the vegetables in my garden, and now I'm happy to have a chilled night to myself, and my back is nearly completely better. Yeah. If we're willing to receive what the symptoms are rather than make them wrong or suppress them or like medicate them, we receive so much more because who does that make you be that you receive that night off and like having pizza and relaxing and like, I get this night. That's what wealth and abundance is. Wealth and abundance is I get to have this whole night to myself, enjoy some food, rest my body, and it's awesome. That's my billion-dollar lifestyle. But if your life is trying to get you to receive your billion-dollar lifestyle and you're like, no, I can't have it because I don't have enough money. No, I can't have it because I have to work harder. No, I can't have it because I'll let people down. That's where you really suppress your body and get sick. So one of the tools I wanted to share today is to tune into like, okay, am I investing my energy wisely? Well, how do you feel right now on a scale of 1 to 10? If 10 is, I feel whole and complete and so grateful for life, I feel a sense of serenity. And 1 is, I can't even stand it. I have to get off the planet right now. This is not going to work. Like miserable. Where are you right now? And you could share in the comments, even those who are listening to the recording, just to check in with us. Where are you residing? Don't make it mean anything. Like it is totally, absolutely fine. I know it won't feel fine if you're a 1, if you're a 2, because the mind will try to like, well, crap, what do I do with that? I have to fix it. What do I do? What are the steps? The reality is the way your system works, just pure awareness is the thing that creates the shift. So you're like, okay, I'm at a 1 and it sucks and I hate it and I'm at a 1. Here I am. I feel my 1. I breathe it in. I celebrate and appreciate that I have the awareness where I am. I actually checked in with my body this time instead of maybe before I just go eat food or check in on Facebook or overwork or exercise to try to feel better. Or now I'm just checking in. Celebrate that. If you take 3 breaths, you can notice a shift. Nicole says, I think I'm still holding tremendous fear with the big life decision I made. Fear of telling my family members, especially my dad, unplug from all circuits. Yes. Well, you can let the fear dictate your choice, or you can let your guidance dictate your choice. For example, it will be freeing for me to come out of the closet with this. And that might be this 10 seconds. Like right now, wow, I am so clear that honoring myself is the best choice I can make for anyone. Then I'm ready to let my dad have the pain he might have and have a hissy fit. I'm ready to let everyone else fall apart in whatever way they might fall apart by revealing this truth and by sharing my truth. But you're not hurting anyone by revealing the choice that you've made and what you found to be true about you. So yes, the way you reveal it could be like, well, I'm going to do this, and it doesn't matter what you think. Could be like, you know, a little immature and not very helpful to others. But let's just see if you can really just honor your heart. Like, Dad, I don't want to disappoint you, but this is what's actually come up for me and what I know I need to choose and what's right for me. And I'm going to make this choice. I've made this choice, and I'm going to honor myself because I know that's the most important thing. And the people who are in a state of love, they will immediately reflect that. And the people who aren't doesn't mean they don't love you. It just means they're not in a state of love right now. Maybe they're in their own fear. It's okay. It will assist their awakening too. Jessica said, I went to the nursery this morning and stocked up on beautiful flowers and roses, my favorite, bringing so much color to my outside world. Yay! There are really great examples in flowers of how something that exists just for joy can be such a contribution. In the mind, they're just frivolous, and then you got to water them and take care of them, and like, why are you going to go buy a bunch of flowers? But if you tune into your body, like, what do these flowers contribute to me? You will feel that they spark inspiration, they spark love, and they spark more joy, and that enriches every aspect of your life. So let yourself be guided more by what you feel and what you know in your body, and less by what the mind thinks. Randy, I'm dating someone right now who's the first man I've met that is an empath and highly energetic, sensitive like I am, which is wonderful. But we definitely get our energy tangled up in each other sometimes. How can we both learn to have this be a superpower instead of a liability? Okay, we're going to go in a little tangent right now because Randy is so awesome. And you've been on my mind for, I think, like 3 weeks, specifically about this. So here we are. Okay, so everyone practice this energy exercise. Close your eyes, or you don't have to close your eyes if you're driving. And I want you to put your energy and your attention to something outside of you. Well, so open your eyes and look around. You got like, I'm in a room, there's a painting on the wall, there's a lamp over here, there's a door, there's a couch, blah, blah, blah. So put your energy on this thing outside of you. Any fixture that's in your room or in your world right now. And bring your energy and just center your energy on that. So like, I am the couch. Bring your attention over to that. Feel the couch, experience the couch, bring your awareness over there. And take a few breaths. What does this feel like? All right, so finish a few breaths, just noticing, what do I feel when I center my energy over there? And now bring your energy back to you. Bring it right through your core, your head, your throat, your neck, your heart, your abdomen, your pelvis. Bring all of your energy right here, right now, into your physical body from your head. Just let it pour right down your spine, all the way down to your hips, legs, and feet. Take a few deep breaths and feel I'm bringing all my energy right back, right here, right now, into my body. And let everything go around you. Like, and just like spray it with magical fairy spray to just like release all of any ways you're plugging into anyone else. Bring your center right into your own body. Okay, now you're going to expand your awareness out. You can close your eyes if you like for this part, to include that space of the couch or the door or whatever it was you were just focusing on, centered in your body, but expanding to include the awareness of that item or that area. it will feel totally different. So I just want you to take a few breaths and feel I'm centered in my body. Here I am anchored in my body, expanding my awareness beyond my body to include these things around me or this item that's nearby. And now I want you to feel the quality of that couch or door, lamp, or whatever from this space of center. And please share with me what you notice. We'll check in. Teresa said 2. Kelly was at a 6. Hey, beautiful Kelly. Bolak, I made it, and that the shift is getting easier each time. MK, I love and appreciate this topic. Perfect timing and alignment. I'm gonna wait for some comments just to come in on this. So what happens a lot of times, especially in relationships, we lose our core anchor of our energy being within our own body and including the other person, appreciating and loving that person we're in relationship with. And instead, and you see this a lot in like the teenager relationships, but many people carry it on into adulthood. You fall in love with this person and then you put all your energy over there. You're actually anchoring into their body. And then it's like really tumultuous. If they're having a bad day or not treating you well, you're like, oh my God, I feel awful. This is not okay. Or if God forbid they leave you and they're like, I'm breaking up with you, you're like devastated beyond belief. It can take months to pick yourself back up off the floor because you've anchored your energy outside yourself. You're so in love with this person that you actually lose yourself to them. Like you're anchoring your presence of attention into their body, into their life. It's going to push that person away because they're feeling, you can actually see this physically when you put your energy into another person. Like try it next time you're having a conversation, put all your energy in them and you will see them physically move away from you. Because even if they're not empathic and registering what they're sensing in their body, they will absolutely feel like they'll move physically back away from you. And sometimes people will, it's like you're pushing them back, like they'll just stumble and fall back. So try it, but then pull your energy back in and, be aware of what you're doing. But when we do relationship this way, that person will almost always like ignore you, not call you. And like people will say, I got ghosted. I don't know what's going on. You're putting your energy there. So they're like, whoa, I got to get away. Something feels off and they'll have to run away from you. Okay, so pull your energy back into you, ground it in your body, wash away the whole chalkboard of whatever those old connections were and release it. And then you can expand your awareness beyond your body to enjoy and experience them. Because yes, it is awesome to have yummy, delightful connection, but it has to be grounded. Your energy has to be grounded in you in order for them to feel like a delightful relationship with you and be able to receive you. And it actually makes that person more attracted to you because there's no threat there. It's not infringing on their energy space. Okay. Rachel says, the object outside of my center became less significant as I brought my attention back to me. But you'll also notice, thank you. Deborah says, what a difference focusing outside initially felt like dissociation. What you'll notice is you can have more awareness of what's going on in the space or the people outside of you when your energy is grounded in your body and you're expanding your awareness beyond you. You can have more compassion, more awareness so that you can make the right choices. Like, oh, here's the thing, here's my moment where I can say what I wanted to say. We're kind of teaching my daughter that because, and I remember when I taught my niece that, she felt so powerless. Like, I'm trying to say this. I want to say that. Everyone's so loud. And my family's a big Italian family. Everyone's like talking over everyone. There's really never space. But if you just stay in your body and feel into the moment, and you set your intention like, I'm going to honor what's ready to be shared. You'll find there'll be this like pause that opens up and you immediately know, I'm going to say what I'm going to say right now, not with urgency or carving it out, but simply by presencing your body and expanding your awareness beyond your body, you can play with this. And my daughter's getting really, really good at it rather than just like, excuse me, I want to say something. Okay. Deborah says, I'm starting a new job next week after my last one ended in a very abrupt way. I've been wanting to change careers. I was so burnt out. I've been releasing so much after a huge freak out. Good. I've taken these past 5 months to renew, relax, and hear my voice again. I want to go into my new exciting career step in a new way, but I can feel the fear that I won't be able to hang on to and practice my awareness and knowingness as I step into my new path. How can I release this? So you don't need to release it as much as like honor it Like, okay, Kim, I see where you're feeling shaky. I'm right here. I love you. Oh, we're going to actually enter the building now. Oh, there's all these people. Wow, you're feeling all the energies going up. I'm right here. It's okay. I've been in the Mamma Mia musical here locally, which has been amazing. And there's a lot of different energies in the group. And I was new to this group. So I went in like, and it was like, it was not easy. It was like a lot of uncomfortable energies. So I always say to my system, does this energy have anything to do with me? Yes or no? Maybe there's something for me to clear. And if it's not, hey, what would it take for me to release this and be in total compassion with it and return to sender and just release? I don't have to feel this energy. I could just be aware of it. And then it's like I detach from that and I can be in my own sense of ease, even when others around me are in chaos. So you don't have to necessarily release it, but just be in a new relationship with it where you're honoring what's coming up for you, holding your own hand, being with that part of you every step of the way in this new journey. See if that helps. Okay. Will this be available to watch late from UK? Yeah, we're going to keep this on the site. We always keep this on the MindBody community. We're here every week on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Mountain. And then we share this to the podcast as well. So you're welcome to tune in anytime. We usually email it out as well. So drkimd.com is where I can be found. We do also have some spots left for the retreat. It's happening in a few weeks. If this work resonates with you in any way, and you're ready to step into this way more powerfully, to really have a life-altering experience, like really step into a whole new level of you that you maybe didn't even know was possible, and really release all these old layers of what you've been living in your life, lack, old relationships, illness that you're really not resonating with. And so instead of trying to fight it or escape from it, to emerge beyond it, this is like a rebirthing, or for a lot of people, just like a renewal of birth. Like, wow, I didn't even know there was this other self in me. This is my real self that's ready to live in the world. The Health, Wealth, and Wholeness retreat is coming up in a few weeks. So I will make sure, Jess, if you would put the link here, it's drkimd.com/retreat. Today is the last day to register because tomorrow we'll have a group call. It's a small group. There are, I think they'll definitely be under 20. There'll probably be around 12 people that are registered. We'll have a really small group to work together, and we're going to have our first live group call tomorrow. So I will be assisting you through this amazing, amazing process, and you'll be stepping into something that it's what maybe is whispering in your heart, but way beyond what you ever imagined was possible for you in your life. So it's about effortless receiving of health and wealth, not efforting or really staying in the mind through any more of your life. Teresa says, I love the energy stuff. This is very helpful. I would love to hear more about this in a future episode. Susie, I love that you're teaching that to your daughter. The interrupting and excuse me's are challenging in our household too. So ground more in your body, and that will automatically bring them into their body. Your kids follow your energetic blueprint, and it can be changed even if they're a little older. Even with adults, there's certain people in my life that whenever I'm with them, I just gotta like get more centered in myself and slow it down, and their energy will mirror that. So just remember, everyone's mirroring you, even if they're not conscious of it. If you move more into like stillness and presence and anchoring, they will automatically do that as well. Okay, lots of love, everyone. So there's the link for the retreat. Deborah says, thank you for your comment to my question. I'll check it. I'll check in next week. So wonderful to join live for the first time. All right, lots of love, everyone. I will see you soon. Bye.